It started like any other night on Instagram Live. Music bumping, fans laughing, emojis flying until Brat showed up with a storm behind her eyes. This wasn't the playful, fun-loving Brat fans we're used to. This was raw, unfiltered, explosive. Within seconds, tens of thousands of fans piled into the live, watching history unfold in real time. She wasn't dropping beats, she was dropping bombshells. A single phrase stopped everyone cold. I found out about Judy's secret. Man, gasps flooded the comments. What? No way! Brat, say it ain't so. But Brat wasn't done, not even close. Names, receipts, a backstory, no one, not even her closest friends, saw coming. And by the end of the night, #Dobrat and #Judy were trending in over 15 countries. This wasn't just gossip, this was a relationship earthquake. And the internet's completely losing it. The night that would turn hip-hop gossip into mainstream breaking news didn't begin with shouting, screaming, or accusations. It began quietly with a simple notification at So Brat is live. Fans who joined early saw nothing unusual at first. Brat sat in a cozy studio room, dim lights casting soft blue and purple glows across framed gold records on the wall. She wore a hoodie pulled low, braids tucked under a cap, no makeup, no glam, just Shantae Harris Dupart, stripped of stage shine. Sitting alone with a phone in a mood that felt heavy even before a single word dropped. For months, everything in public looked picture perfect. Brat and Daryl Beauty, better known as Jessica Judy Harris Dupart, had been one of hip-hop's most adored couples. They weren't just partners in love, they were partners in hustle, partners in vision, partners in parenthood. They built businesses, raised a son, filmed a reality show that gave fans both laughs and tears. The world loved to love them. Two women in an industry still slow to embrace queer relationships, standing strong, building an empire, and doing it together, and then small cracks began to show. At first it was subtle, a missing tag on an anniversary post. An interview where Judy smiled but avoided questions about family plans. A live stream weeks earlier where Brat looked distracted, her usual contagious energy replaced by pauses that fans chalked up to exhaustion. Nobody suspected betrayal. If anything, fans defended them, reminding trolls that relationships are complicated. That sometimes people just need space. But Brat's inner circle had started to whisper. Not publicly, never publicly, but enough that the music industry's gossip bloodstream carried a faint pulse. Something might be wrong. A studio tech mentioned seeing Brat arguing on the phone between takes. A stylist noticed she canceled fittings for joint appearances. Still, no one dared suggest the unthinkable. That Judy might have a hidden man. That phrase alone sounded like fiction. The kind of clickbait headline people screenshot, laugh at, and then scroll past. Until tonight, the live stream began with silence. Not just quiet, deliberate, weighted silence. Brat stared into the camera, eyes sharp yet distant, like someone fighting to control a fire burning behind her ribs. The chat exploded instantly, at Hip-Hop Queen 98. Brat, you okay, sis? At Darialatal. Yo, what's HAPPENINGGG at Legendary Funk? Play some old tracks. We miss thee. Vibe at Tea with Tea. Girl, you look mad. What's going on? She leaned forward, elbows on knees, voice low at first. I wasn't gonna do this here, she said, eyes darting left like she was thinking out loud more than addressing anyone. But too many people lying. Too many folks acting like I don't know. Like I don't see. Comments flooded like a dam-breaking dot at Team Judy. What happened at Brat Bacog? At Urban BuzzFeed? Oh my god, record this live UNOW Brat exhaled long. Heavy, final. Y'all ever feel like somebody you trusted with everything had a whole different life behind your back? Not just cheating a whole man nobody ever told you about? Gasps in emojis. Shock in capital letters. Confusion, thick like fog, rolling through the timeline. Was she saying Judy had a hidden man? The same Judy who wore her love loud, who stood beside Brat at every major moment, who built not just a family but a brand on loyalty, love, and authenticity. Brat kept talking, voice cracking not from weakness but from pressure, like a dam starting to split. I ain't stupid. Ain't crazy. I ain't even mad about the past. But when the past walks into your future without warning, nah, you don't play with my heart like that. Not when I gave you everything. Clips of the live spread instantly screen recorded, chopped, uploaded to TikTok, Twitter, now X, IG stories. Hip-hop blogs that hadn't posted about Brat in months suddenly had red sirens next to her name. Hashtag #DoBratLive trended. Then hashtag Judy Secret Man. Then, simply, Brat. Inside the live, fans begged for clarity. Was Judy cheating now? Was this about an ex resurfacing? Was this a misunderstanding? Brat read the comments but didn't answer directly, instead pacing. Hands on her head, phone still streaming. You ever sit there next to somebody, you? Love and wonder how many rooms in their soul got doors you never got keys to? She asked the thousands still watching. I built a home with this woman, brought life into this world with her. And you mean to tell me I gotta find out from somebody else that I wasn't even the only chapter still open? At one point, she stopped, turned the phone toward a table behind her. Papers, printed screenshots, names half covered by sticky notes, proof, receipts. The kind of cold, hard data that turned whispers into headlines. She didn't show everything. Legal lines still mattered, but she showed enough to confirm that at minimum, there was something Judy hadn't told her. A man, a connection. A timeline that didn't match the story Brat had been living. The comment section split. Instantly, at Team Judy, NAHHH, this gotta be fake news. At Thing Dust Ripleg, oh my god, at Justice for Brat, we stand with you sis. At Mezzamandi, this is going to break the internet. Brat ended part 1 of this digital saga with a line that felt less like anger and more like heartbreak sharpened. Into clarity, I ain't here to embarrass nobody. I ain't even here to expose. I'm here because, for once, I don't want to protect the person who left me unprotected. Then silence again. The live continued, but Brat sat still, breathing heavy, scrolling through comments like someone searching for a lifeline in a storm she never asked for. And across the world, phones buzzed, bloggers typed, friends called. Friends and fans sat stunned in group chats. Nobody knew where this story would go next, only that Brat just ripped open the curtain on a relationship millions thought was unshakable. The calm before the storm was over. The storm had officially arrived for a few minutes after her last words in part 1. The stream looked frozen. Brat sat completely still, eyes locked on a screen none of us could see, breathing audible through the phone mic. The chat never stopped. It scrawled like a waterfall of fire emojis, crying faces, angry fists, and endless "say it, Brat" messages every second. Hundreds more joined. People who had no idea what was going on clicked in just to see what had everyone screaming in deems. Then she spoke again. Louder, this time not yelling yet, but with the sharpness of someone who'd been holding pain in her teeth for too long. Y'all want to know what happened? You want to know why I'm sitting here looking like my whole heart done got stomped? Because somebody decided to keep a whole man tucked in a closet like a pair of old shoes. And I ain't even mad at him. He ain't the one who made vows to me. He ain't the one who said, "It's you forever, baby. Just you." She reached for one of the papers on the table and held it toward the camera. Most of it was blurred by her hand, but enough of a name and date peeked through to send fans into detective mode. The chat went insane. At T-With, "Oh, we got names at Brat Picog. This is wild" at Urban Buzzfade. Screen capping for research. Brat's voice cracked. But she kept going. 3 months before we got engaged. That's when it started. And maybe it stopped. Maybe it didn't. I don't even know no more. All I know is every time she looked me in the face, every "I love you, baby," every smile in public, she knew this piece of truth was sitting out there waiting to burn through everything we built. Her phone buzzed audibly. She glanced at it, scoffed, shook her head. "Yeah, I see you calling me now." Nah, Judy. Not after all that. You had time to call me before I had to find out from somebody else's screenshot. Now the world hearing what I had to carry in silence." The comments split into factions. Some defended Judy, insisting there had to be an explanation. Others took Brat's side immediately, their loyalty hard as concrete. A few trolls jumped. In trying to turn the pain into memes, Brat noticed and snapped, "Don't play with me tonight. This ain't no meme. This ain't no storyline for Brat loves Judy. This is my real heart bleeding in front of you. And the only reason I ain't somewhere curled up screaming is because I refuse to let a lie have the last word." The last word. The energy shifted from sadness to fury. Her volume rose. The pace of her words quickened. "Do you know what it's like to sit at a baby shower smiling for cameras while somebody whispering behind your back? She don't even know. You know what it's like to hold your newborn son with tears in your eyes and a doubt in your gut because somebody couldn't be honest from day one? I gave everything. And I get back a story that don't match the love I poured out." By now, clips of the live were everywhere. TMZ had a banner. DA Brat goes OFF, shocking allegations about wife Judy. Hip-hop radio hosts were tweeting in all caps. Verified celebrities were in the comments. At I Am Card dropped a sad face emoji. At Missy Elliott typed, "Praying for you, sis." At Lil Toon Chi simply wrote, "Whoa." Brat leaned closer to the camera, almost whispering, "Now, this ain't about hate. Don't go trashing Judy. Don't go sending no threats. I ain't built for revenge. Built for truth. And the truth is, when you keep secrets in love, they turn to poison. And right now, I'm choking on what I didn't know." A tear slipped out. She wiped it quickly, almost angrily, like she didn't want anyone to see. The comments flooded. With hearts and support: at Justice for Brat. "We got you, sis. Queens, supper queens. Take your time, love." At Industratia. "This is bigger than gossip. This is pain." Then came the explosion. The kind of raw shout that sent the chat into stunned silence. "I built my whole life around this woman. And you mean to tell me I was out here defending you, loving you, giving you my last breath if I had to, while you kept a whole damn man in your past like a ghost that could walk through our walls any day? I ain't standing for that. Not now, not ever." She slammed a fist against her thigh, phone shaking. The screen blurred as autofocus struggled to keep up. The noise wasn't anger alone, it was grief hitting full volume, and every viewer felt it in their chest. For a minute, she said nothing, just breathed, heavy and uneven. Then I don't even know what happens next. Maybe we talk. Maybe we don't. Maybe this the end. Maybe it ain't. But tonight the mask comes off, the fairy tale is cracked. And I ain't letting nobody spin this like I'm crazy or dramatic. I'm hurt, I'm human, and I'm done hiding. The chat blew up with thousands of hashtags #StayStrongBrat hashtags, screenshots, reaction videos, think pieces, all in real time. Bloggers were already editing thumbnails. Brat breaks down on live. Judy exposed. What's next for hip-hop's power couple? The live had become more than a stream. It was a cultural event, part confessional, part performance, part cautionary tale about what happens when private pain collides with public eyes. Brat finally looked back at the screen, eyes red but steady. To everybody watching, love yourself enough to demand the truth. Don't let nobody, no matter how much you love them, make you question your worth with a lie. I deserved better. Y'all deserve better. And from here on, I ain't staying silent for nobody. She reached for the phone, paused. I might come back on later. Or I might just disappear for a minute. But don't believe everything you see on the blogs. Believe what I told you tonight. That's the only real piece in this whole messy puzzle. Then, with one final look, half heartbreak, half defiance, Brat ended the live, and just like that, the world sat in the digital dark. Thousands of people staring at their screens, hearts pounding, group chats exploding, all asking the same question: what in the world just happened? The night of Brat's IG Live was like an earthquake. But as any seismologist will tell you, the shaking is just the start. What follows are aftershocks, waves of chaos that travel further than the initial crack. And in hip-hop, nothing spreads faster than a mystery with just enough names blurred out to make everyone a detective. Within an hour of the live ending, timelines were flooded with freeze frames, zoomed-in screenshots, side-by-side comparisons. Fans had clipped the half-covered names on those papers. Brat flashed and began matching letters to known associates. Old flames, even former business partners of Judy's. Entire Reddit threads appeared overnight. Who is Judy's hidden man? Complete with flowcharts, grainy screenshots, and timestamps of every public interaction the couple ever posted. At first, the theories were wild. Some swore it was an ex from high school, resurfacing with leverage. Others speculated it was a former investor in Kaleidoscope hair products. A few blogs, hungry for clicks, straight up invented characters. Sources claiming Judy had been leading a double life with a man in Houston, or New Orleans, or Los Angeles. The internet did what the internet does. It filled in blanks with fire, even if half of it was smoke. But then a pattern emerged. Across different platforms, the same name kept surfacing. A man linked to Judy years before she and Brat ever went public. Not a celebrity, not a musician, just a regular guy who, according to scattered posts and old tagged photos, had been close to Judy in her early hustle days. Someone who, in theory, was part of her before, not her after. That detail mattered. It shifted the tone from cheating scandal to something more complicated. Maybe this wasn't about betrayal in the present, but about a secret from the past colliding with the truth of the present. And that, ironically, made the wound feel deeper, because it wasn't just about what happened. It was about not knowing in the world Brat and Judy built together. Image was everything, not fake, but curated. They controlled their story. They turned their love into a brand, a show, a blueprint for queer Black love in hip-hop. And that world, a single unspoken truth could explode like dynamite. Meanwhile, Judy's silence grew louder by the hour. Her Instagram, usually alive with bright, confident posts, went dark. No stories, no lives, no comments. It's just one profile picture. The same smiling shot that now felt like a locked door with 1,000 fans knocking. Friends of the couple started posting vague messages. Pray for them. Y'all don't know the whole story? Love is messy, but truth heals. Those posts did nothing to calm the storm. If anything, they threw gasoline on it. Hip-hop outlets launched full-scale investigations. Podcasts dedicated entire emergency episodes to the situation. One even played slowed-down audio of Brat's live, isolating every word, analyzing tone, theorizing timelines. #BratVizJudy racked up millions of views on TikTok. People who hadn't followed either woman suddenly had opinions, takes, memes, reaction videos. A private heartbreak had become a public circus. And in the middle of it all, one question grew. Teeth. Why now? Why would Brat go public tonight? Had something just been confirmed? Was this new information delivered in a way so painful that she couldn't keep it quiet another hour? Or was this months of pressure finally bursting the dam? A DJ close to So Def posted a no-deleted tweet. Sometimes it ain't the act, it's the lie that follows it. Salute to anybody choosing peace over performance. Interpretations flew. Was he confirming cheating? Or just hinting at a hidden chapter that Brat felt should have been disclosed before they merged lives, families, finances, fame? Then came the twist. A screenshot began circulating of what appeared to be a DM conversation between Judy and a mutual friend. In it, Judy allegedly admitted that the man in question was someone she'd been financially helping for years, not romantically, but out of guilt or loyalty, or some mix of both. If real, it complicated everything. The hidden man might not have been a secret lover at all, but rather a hidden responsibility, the kind of messy. It's tied to a previous life that people in the public eye sometimes bury just to keep peace in the present. But authenticity matters. And to Brat, learning after marriage and motherhood that such a major connection had been hidden felt like betrayal all the same. Because marriage isn't just about fidelity, it's about trust, full disclosure, the safety of knowing the person lying next to you at night isn't also lying to you. Industry voices started shifting tone. What began as scandal morphed into tragedy, a love story colliding with the weight of human imperfection. Even haters admitted, Brat's pain looked real. This wasn't a rollout. This wasn't a stunt for ratings. It was a human being breaking in real time, live on a platform where millions could witness what should have been a private conversation. And through it all, Judy remained silent. No denials, no clarifications, no subtweets. Just silence. Silence that, depending on who you asked, either meant guilt, strategy, or emotional paralysis by day 2. Mainstream outlets had caught up. CNN Entertainment ran a segment. Morning radio shows debated it. Therapists on TikTok used the clip to talk about disclosure in relationships. Everyone had turned to people's intimate fracture into a public seminar on love, loyalty, and legacy. Meanwhile, Brat disappeared. No lives, no posts, no sightings. Just an industry on pause, waiting for the next move. Would there be reconciliation? An official statement? Divorce papers? A joint video to clear the air? Or would the story fade, replaced by the next scandal? Leaving behind a scar in hip-hop's memory and a relationship forever changed. The mystery of the hidden man remained unsolved in full. Some swore they had it figured out. Others argued we'd never know the truth because the truth wasn't ours to hold. But one fact stood unshaken. Trust, once cracked, doesn't return to its original form. And in that silent gap between public drama and private healing, Brat and Judy now had to decide, not for the fans, not for the blogs, not for the brand, but for themselves, their son, their sanity. Because when love becomes content, the line between heartbreak and headlines blurs. And sometimes, as the world found out that week, the cost of keeping a secret isn't the exposure. It's the explosion by the morning after Brat's IG Live. The internet had transformed into a courtroom without a judge. Everyone was either a lawyer, a witness, or a juror in the case of Brat v. Judy. All that was missing was Judy herself. For 18 hours, her accounts sat quiet. Verified friends left hearts under her last post, but no words. Fans left thousands of comments, some begging for the truth, some hurling accusations, some sending prayers. The silence screamed. Then, without warning, a story appeared on Judy's Instagram. No music, no filters. Just white text on a black background. When you're ready to speak, speak from the whole truth. I'm not hiding. I'm processing. I love my wife. I've loved her from the moment we met, and I never stopped. Screenshots of that story flooded timelines within minutes. The tone was neither denial nor confession. It read like a pause button pressed in the middle of a movie no one expected to watch. Hours later, Judy went live. Her live started differently than Brat's. No dim studio, no paper trail on a desk. She sat in a bright living room, sunlight cutting. Across a white wall, baby toys visible in the corner. Her face looked tired but composed. Her voice was soft, deliberate, careful, like someone balancing the weight of love and damage in every syllable. I know everybody wants clarity, she began, looking directly into the camera. But before the blogs, before the fans, before the noise, I owe clarity to my wife. She paused, inhaled slowly, exhaled audibly. There is a man. There has been a man in my life, not in the way the internet is making it. Not as a lover. Not as a secret romance. As a responsibility. Somebody I felt I had to protect because of choices I made before I even knew Shantae. But I should have told her. That's on me. I kept a piece of my past locked away, thinking I was keeping our present safe. I was wrong. The chat slowed. People who had entered ready to attack started typing question marks instead of insults. Judy kept going. There was no cheating. There was no affair. There was no double life. There was pain. Mine, his, ours. That I was too scared to unpack. I thought if I carried it quietly, it would disappear. But secrets don't dissolve. They multiply. And last night, the hurt I caused the person I love most became public. Her voice cracked slightly. She wiped a tear and leaned closer. Brat, baby, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Not because the internet asked for it, not because the brand needs it, but because I failed to give you the one thing we promised each other. Honesty. You deserved all of me. Even the messy chapters. You still do. Fans clipped the apology in real time. Within minutes, hashtags flipped from hashtag justice for Brat to hashtag Brat and Judy. Hashtag healing is messy. And hashtag communication matters. The pendulum of public opinion swung not toward full forgiveness, but toward empathy. Suddenly, the story wasn't just a scandal. It was a case study in how even love built in public can stumble over what's left unsaid. Then came the wave of commentary. Celebrities. Messages of support @ I am card ID. Y'all don't know how hard marriage is. Respect for being honest. Now at Missy Elliott praying for healing. Protect your family energy. At Queen Latifah. Love y'all. Do what's best for you, not for the blogs. Relationship coaches flooded TikTok with clips dissecting Judy's words. Was this accountability? Was it damage control? Was it both? Some fans weren't convinced. A vocal minority argued that not telling your spouse about a hidden tie, even a non-romantic one, is still a form of betrayal. Others applauded Judy for facing the storm head-on instead of letting gossip write the ending. Meanwhile, Brat remained silent. For a full day after Judy's live, she posted nothing, commented nowhere, liked nothing. The void became a stage for speculation. Was she watching from another room? Was she in shock? Was she with her lawyers? Was she just being a mother away from the noise, holding her son while the internet spun? By day 3, the couple issued a joint post, a single black and white photo of 2 intertwined hands. The caption, "We're working, privately, with love. Please stop sending hate to either of us. This is our real life, not a storyline. Thank you for caring. Please give us room to heal." Brat and Judy. That post shifted the temperature again. Comment sections filled with hearts, prayers, and a few stubborn skeptics. The drama had reached its peak and was now cooling into something slower, quieter, still painful, but no longer bleeding in real time. Public reaction split into 4 camps. The loyalists, fans who stood by Brat no matter what. Still angry, still protective. The mediators, people rooting for reconciliation, urging therapy, patience, privacy. The cynics, those convinced the whole thing was a PR stunt to boost streaming or product sales. The mourners, fans who genuinely felt heartbroken, watching 2 people they admired struggle in public. Blogs started pulling back, pivoting to new headlines. Memes slowed. Think pieces gave way to new trending topics. The hurricane had moved on, but its debris remained. Behind closed doors, no one but Brat and Judy knew the real conversations. Did they fight? Did they cry? Did they laugh at the absurdity of watching millions of strangers weigh in on their marriage? All we know is that 2 women who had built an empire together now face the hardest rebuild of all. Trust, and maybe, just maybe, the fact that both spoke not in venom, but in vulnerable truth. Even late, even messy, would be the thread that kept the fabric from tearing completely, because in a culture addicted to watching love burn, There's still power in watching people try to keep the flame alive. And that's where we leave it for now. 2 people, 1 relationship, 1,000 opinions, and a single truth that only they can define. What do you think? Is this the first step toward healing? Or the last chapter of a love story we all thought would last forever? Should private truths always stay private? Or does honesty, no matter how late, deserve a second chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't hold back. Hit that like button if you believe in transparency in love. Subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaking hip-hop culture, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next twist in this unfolding saga. Let's keep it respectful. Y'all, we're talking about real people, real lives, and real consequences. Hashtag Brat, hashtag Judy, hashtag hip-hop drama, hashtag love and truth. @Dobrat, @Judy, @Judy.